Welcome back to the Wicked Kitchen. Today I have a really simple, very easy, quick, no oil avocado citrus coleslaw that you're gonna love, and it goes along with any barbecue you're having, any salad. This is it, you guys. The dressing is also good to save for any kind of salad you're also making, so stay tuned. All right, so for this recipe, we're doing a no oil, healthier version for all the people out there commenting on more no oil recipes, all right? So coleslaw, the basic premise of making any kind of coleslaw is having it, the bit of salty, the bit of sweet, the bit of twangy, which is the acidic part, and then also the fatness. So for the fat, we're gonna use avocado, and we're gonna use a bit of lemon and lime, a little bit of rice wine vinegar. For the sweetness, I'm gonna use agave. I have salt and pepper here. Always celery salt or celery seed powder, because that is what that coleslaw flavor is. To me anyways, growing up, every coleslaw has that flavor, so I always add it to any coleslaw I'm making. And in this one, I'm gonna add a little bit of smoked paprika. For the vegetation, we're gonna do some kale, some shaved kale. So rather than boring you with my knife skills and shaving these on camera, I have it all done, ready to go. I also have some cabbage here, fresh cabbage. So this is about a half of a really big size head. This is one bunch of kale. I did one carrot, shaved one carrot, and then I also just took a little bit of the red cabbage that I have and just shaved a little bit, and that's more for the color part of it. So it's a really basic, delicious, really easy coleslaw to make. So first of all, I'm gonna do the avocado first. Open up. Super simple trick, you guys, for the avocado. I know people do it all the time. Some people are asking, just knife, quick, done, it's out. And then knock it off. I'm gonna do 2 avocados in this one. Again, you see the pit. Screws. Smash, sorry for the noise. And then I'm just squeezing the avocado into it. Make sure you get all of it. You don't have to score it if you don't want to. You can score it with a knife. You can do whatever. You can scoop it out with a spoon. This is the easiest, fastest way I've found to do it. It's just squeezing. And I'm not looking for it to be pretty at the moment because it's just gonna be whipped up into a nice dressing, so. And this dressing, you can just save the dressing and have it as a salad dressing, which is a bonus. Okay, how am I doing? Good? Good. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit of the acid. So we have the lemon and the lime and this amazing seed catcher. I'm just gonna squeeze this right into it. So it's almost like we're making a guacamole of sorts. Squeeze all of it. Let's see if this will be enough. It's really satisfying squeezing these bad boys, getting the juice. Now the limes aren't as ripe as those lemons are, so there's not as much juice coming out. I'm gonna add a little bit of the agave. It's about 2 tablespoons full, maybe 3. And a little bit of the rice wine vinegar, so just a couple tablespoons of that, just to add to the acidic part. And then probably half a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Just a little for that flavor, and then also another half a teaspoon of celery salt. It'll give it that nice subtle flavor. And then I'm going to add a good sized pinch of black pepper and a pinch of salt and whisk it up. You can use a blender for this. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible at home for what you guys might have in the cupboards. So this is easy. Kind of wish I had a metal whisk, would be my dream. But then again, this is a quarantine edition. Oh, you son of a... I should have rolled my apron up. But shout out to my pals at Ethics for the shirt. One of the 4 t-shirts I brought with me on this trip. Okay, so it's not quite tangy enough, so I'm gonna add a little bit more of the rice wine vinegar. Super simple, very easy dressing. I'm gonna add all these ingredients into this bowl, just a quick mix. It's the biggest bowl I could find. And the kale might be too big, so what I might have to, or too small, what I might have to do, and this is probably the same common issue we have in households, is the smaller containers to make things. So I'm just gonna add all the dressing to this right now. I'm gonna add the carrots right to it. And I'm gonna just start mixing. You wanna massage it right in, make sure everything gets coated. Yes. This is the fun part. If you have kids, have them do it for you, or you can have all the fun yourself. It's up to you. I enjoy doing this. Just everything's coated. It's great. So now I can add the rest of the kale. The thing about the coleslaw and the dressing, the longer it sits, it'll shrink and tighten up and then get release the water from the veg. So you can eat this, I think, 5-10 minutes after you make it. You can save it for the next day. You just have to mix it up again. Oops, trying to keep it in the bowl, Derek. Anyways, and then I'm gonna use a little bit of this purple cabbage just for the beauty of it, and it's gorgeous. So it's nice and vibrant, colorful. This dish would go along great with the vegan barbecue recipes that we have. Now let me come back with a clean bowl and we'll put this up for service. And then it's like as easy as that, guys. All right, so cleaned up everything. It takes 2 seconds. I'm just gonna take what we have mixed. I'm using my hands a lot here. I'm a big use your hands in the food as long as you're washing them, which we should be anyways, right? So, and then for dinner, we have this gorgeous, right? For any kind of barbecue, it looks beautiful like this. And then for dinner, I'm just gonna, for the beauty shot, I'm gonna put a little bit on this plate. I guess to garnish, I'll just use a little bit of this purple cabbage. Just a quick shave of one. That's it. All right, guys, and there you have it. Super simple, no oil, delicious coleslaw. Avocado based, and that's it. There's not really much more I can tell you about this, but thank you very much for following. Stay tuned, we have more coming up. All right, so for this recipe, guys, another coleslaw. We are gonna be using cashews as the fat. So again, another oil-free, no added oils, blah, 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 all the good stuff. Super nutrient dense, remember that. We're gonna do kind of like a ranch style dressing. So with cashews, cucumber, some green onion. I'm gonna use a little bit of agave as a sweetener. Remember, we're looking for that fat, that salty, a twangy aspect of it, and the sweet. So fat, salty, sweet, twang. That's it. Those 4 things I remember whenever I'm doing coleslaw. So we got the agave for the sweet, a little bit of rice wine vinegar for the twang, and the lemon. I also have some garlic. We're gonna use cucumber, green onion, some salt, some pepper. I have some onion powder, some celery salt. Again, I like to always add a little bit of celery salt to any coleslaw style dressing I'm doing with cabbages. We're gonna have green cabbage, a little bit of kale that I pulled apart, and then also the cabbage, I cut it more into cubes. So whenever you're making a coleslaw, just play with the different shapes. You can add different dressings, different ingredients into the salad that are hearty, like the cabbages, and you can play with the shapes that offer different textures and looks. And then I'm also gonna add a little bit of the carrots, and I'm not ashamed to say that I bought these pre-packaged. One, because I don't have a mandolin here, being in quarantine, and this is our special edition, if I didn't remind you. And then a little bit of fresh parsley, and that's all gonna go in the salad. So, let's start with the dressing. I have soaked these cashews an hour ahead of time before filming this, and I just used boiling water, and it's about a cup, so like a coffee cup full of cashews, and then just filled this with boiling water. So I'm just gonna drain this off in my trusty fancy strainer, which is amazing, right? And I'm just gonna add this right to, there. right to the blender. So you're gonna need a high-speed blender for this one because you're gonna wanna make it super silky smooth, and the only way to do that is with the blender. I'll be right back. So we have the cashews in there, we have the cucumber, and I guess I'll cut up a couple pieces here, just into large chunks. Right, so there's so much water content, and I want the flavor of the cucumber, but it also adds the water. So this is gonna go right in the blender with the cashews. Have fun with it. Boom. 2 cloves of garlic, or you could use a tablespoon or so of garlic powder. I'm not opposed to that, but I have some fresh right here, so that's going right in. And then I want to, I'm gonna blend that just to make sure that that stuff is crushed up before I add anything else, right? So just quickly, it's on low setting. Okay, that's good enough for now. Let's do the lemon. So squeeze this. I need my fancy, trusty basket of seed-catching goodness. Just squeeze that lemon juice right in there. This catches all the seeds, so I don't have to worry about it. Everybody, you know, some people like to use their hands. Some people use a really fancy, nice mesh sieve, but I don't have that, so. Nor do I want to use my hands because I tend to not catch them all. Lemon juice is in. I'm going to add the vinegar, so a little bit of rice wine vinegar. It's probably like 3 tablespoons full. I might add more. Chop that. You know what? Screw it. I'm just going to add the whole thing. So 2 green onions in the whole thing. Then I also have some dill. So I have some fresh dill, and this is about as much as it is. So if I chop that up, that's probably a good tablespoon of fresh dill. All right, so that'll be nice flavor. I got the salt. I'm gonna do a pinch of the salt. I'm gonna do a pinch of the black pepper. I'm gonna do about a teaspoon of the onion powder, and then about a half a teaspoon of the celery salt. Saving a little bit of the cucumber for the garnish afterwards. Okay, so let's blend this up. So to mix it all in after you guys, I'm gonna use Oatly. Love this. There's all kinds of plant-based milks out there. This is just one of my favorites, and I also like to add it here. It adds that extra creaminess to it, and it keeps it soy-free. I'm gonna start turning up the heat here. All right, so you wanna blend that really good for a couple minutes. Oh man, it's delicious. I'm gonna put the cabbage into this big one. So I have, this will be my mixing bowl. It's kind of a lot of cabbage here. So this is 1 small head of cabbage. And then I did one, it's probably like 3 kale leaves, and I just pulled them apart so they were like little bits. So that's that. I'm just gonna put this here for 1 second, and let's check out this. So this is the dressing. Gorgeous. So I might not need all this, and I can use it for another salad later. I'll put this here. I'm gonna add the carrot and the parsley. I'm just gonna add the dressing right to it here. I'll add half of it now, and we'll see how it mixes up. I'm just gonna use my hand to coat every piece. So when you don't need to add oil, why bother? You know, it's that extra bit of calories I'm not wanting. So looking for the whole foods plant-based style salad, this is it for all you guys that were asking about it. This is super freaking delicious, great with any barbecue, for any salad. I mean, this you can make the night before and have the next day because the cabbage is really nice and It's just tough and it holds its shape. If you're gonna use this as a salad dressing, definitely do it just before serving it. You know, if you're gonna use romaine or iceberg lettuce or anything. But this dressing is certainly a keeper. And that is looking good. You can see how gorgeous it is. Super simple. Let the flavor speak for itself. I would let this sit for about 20 minutes before serving it, just to let all those flavors meld in together. Just saving some of the cucumber on from earlier, just so we can garnish the top of the salad. And that looks gorgeous just like it is. Doesn't need much else. All about super simple, delicious, easy to make at home. That one's for me. And that's it, guys. Wicked easy. Ranch, cashew style coleslaw. Amazing for the barbecue. You're gonna love this. Enjoy it, guys. See you next time. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. These are the 3 freaking amazing coleslaws that I totally forget the names of it. Ranging from wicked to healthy. I got you covered. Stay home, stay safe. We'll see you soon.